Looks like it's going to be a good day. I am going to try to do a quick 30-minute, quick little show and give you guys a little bit of my updates on what's going on. I made a few modifications on my website, and I kind of just wanted to tell people about it because for a long time, my website was down as far as the information that I had there, but it is up and working now. Oops, let me turn this down here. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew about it in case they jumped online or haven't jumped online. A lot of my referrals happen to be on my website, and then I get a lot of people who actually go on my website and get free information, and that's why it's there, for the free information on there. Make sure everything's working, and it is. I got to start recording here. Anyways, I am going to do a few checks here before I start with the topics that I want to discuss. And then go from there. But I've got 4 pictures that I want to go over with. Tell people about my website. And then and that's it. 30 minutes. On my way to Nebraska Sunday to do a conference on employee leadership. And then back home, and I'll be back in the Detroit area to do another talk on de-escalation. Come back for a week, leave to Boise, Idaho, I think. I have to look. And then St. Louis, Missouri for a week. Fun, huh? At least I can take my dog with me there when I'm gone for that week. Tomorrow I won't have my dog with me then for a couple of days, and then Tuesday I won't have my dog with me, but I will have my dog with me when I'm gone to Boise, Iowa. That's where I have to go. And then I have to go to St. Louis. Then I will have my dog with me. My dog will be needed then. Let me look here really quick. I'm trying to get a few things squared away. I didn't notify anybody about this show. Why? Because I'm busy. But I figured that I'd just jump on anyways. But I didn't notify anybody. I should have, but that's okay. You can always get me on replay. But what I really want to discuss with you here, and I'll start right now, is I really want you to know about my website. Now, the couple different things that I have on my website, if you go to my self-help flyers, right there, if you go to them, I got a lot of free information. For some of you guys that are just coming on, I see a few of you guys coming on. I am Hector Hernandez. I train first-class dog training. I have a show called the Canine Man Show, and I'm currently only doing house calls right now. And boy, are they seeming very, very productive. I'm learning that house calls, I can do a lot more functional training in a house call than I could in a session in dog training or even a one-on-one. Technically, I mean, a house call is a one-on-one. But to do it in your house, to create the environment of training in your house is really, really impactful for the dog. It happened there, they experienced it there, and the owner can actually follow through and mirror what they did while I was there. And I think that's really beneficial because you live there, and every house I go to is different. The setup is different, the entrance is different, and it helps to do the house call. And there's a lot of times where they want to do off leash in their property. Okay, let's do it. I mean, if they want to do off leash, we kind of like, because of time, we don't do other stuff, but I think a lot of time people just want good off leash obedience. And technically, when you get a good off leash obedience, you kind of get a lot of the other stuff already. So they're really coming out to be pretty productive as far as functional training. I had a call yesterday with a puppy, 6 month, and we did off leash. Out in the farm, did off leash. I have a few that I'm looking at their schedule now. Oh boy, there's going to be some tough ones. I had one the other week where it was, I think 3 or 4 in the last week have been either I help you or they surrender the dog or they put him to sleep. And I think what's really frustrating for me, at least, the frustrating part for me is a lot of the times these owners have tried other trainers, and even the other trainers have discouraged them for me to come, which is okay because these owners are going to be like, we don't have a choice. We got to go here. And then when they come to me and we're done, they're just blown away that what they've heard. So technically they're discrediting themselves when they do that. They're not discrediting me. They're discrediting themselves. So I think what I'm seeing is them trying, and I know they're trying, but if the dog's out of your element, if you're afraid to interact with this dog because he's very aggressive, then you probably should say, you know what, this isn't my type of dog that I work with. Here's a few names. All right. But if not, you're leaving the owner hopeless. That's not good for a dog trainer. Really not good for anybody. But I mean, I'm going into context as a dog trainer. It's not good. You should have some resources for them. So let's go back to, so house calls, very functional, limited house calls, just because I'm going back and forth a lot, but they're there. And I'm trying to take my weekends a little easy, a little off. I know I'm on a show today, but just understand that it's been a while too at the same time. All right, let's go back to my website. I want to go back to my website because I want people to know. Look at, if you go to my website, self-help flyers here, and then I have a ton of free information you people can navigate other people to. Just a lot of information. Dog-to-dog aggression, dog-to-people aggression, introducing 2 dogs together. I got some business cards you can print out for your clients or for referrals. Here's my new one, no jumping. My new one that I just posted, silence your dog tags, and I talk about why. The emotional dependency, tug of war, avoiding destructive behavior, the use of pinch collar. There's a ton of free information on here, people. Dogs who are overprotective of the owners. Now, you got to understand, I want to give a lot of free information out here because a lot of people can't afford training. A lot of people don't want to get out. You'd be surprised how many people don't know or can't drive and still have a dog. And you have to be able to reach out and help those people. That's one of the reasons, that's one of the things I found out in house calls. That you would think a lot of people drive, and not that they can't. Maybe they're restricted. Maybe they're restricted because of something that happened. Maybe they're financially restricted. Maybe they just can't afford it. So doing house calls really has opened my eyes a little bit. It's humbled me in all respects. It's humbled me. Anxious and nervous dogs, fearful. I mean, I got a ton of free growling. Why growling's good and bad, I go into that. There's just a lot of free information on here. Here's another new one I got. Understanding Zoomies. Boy, was this a tough flyer to write. This one here probably took me the longest. When I say that, I collect a lot of my information from years of training, talking to people, research. And then because I've been training for so long, I put it all together at one time. And it does take a while because you get all this information out there that, man, is that right? Is it true? Then you have to confirm it. All right, let's see if what they're saying is right, or is it just an exception to the rule? Like, for example, if a puppy's biting you, give him something else, which is very popular, but you know what it's teaching? It's teaching puppies to bite. If I bite this person, I get a reward. So in theory, everything might sound good. My job is to put it in practice to see if it works. And then if it doesn't work, why? And then after the why, now what do I do? So it leaves a lot of vacuums for me to figure out. So, all right, so that is my self-help flyers. Now, if you go to my puppy flyers, right here, what I did is I broke up the dogs and puppies, the flyers for it. And why I did that is just to make things a little easier for people. I was having people saying, you have too much information. There's, I can't find this flyer. And they're right. So what I did is I broke up the puppy flyers and the self-help flyers. So the puppy flyers, a lot of information. Illegal games, the play with your dog, acceptable chew bones, crate training, hands are for love, dog food storage. All this, you guys, we need this information. Dog to dog toy or food aggression. It's a good one. Fixing the dog's stomach. The flirt pole. I mean, these are all good information for puppies. How do you feed your puppy? I think I put the zoomies in here. Yeah, down here at the bottom, zoomies. So jumping puppies, same applies to puppies and it does to adult dogs. So you guys, very, very, here's one I like, puppy retrieving. That seems to be a popular one lately. And I'll be able to know how many people downloaded this every month. I'll be able to know how many people watched it or how many people downloaded it or even just read it online. And it's amazing how many people get on here. There's no way I could see that many thousands of people a month, but the internet can. My website can. So I just want to make sure you guys know about this, about the website, the changes that I put on there to better help the people, And now I want to go over a few things here really quick. One of them is, give me 1 second here. Go back to this. Is I need pictures of dogs stretching, of dogs. Let's see, stretching is probably that's going to be probably the most difficult because I need the right stretch. And at the end, if I can't find the right one, I'll show you the one I'm looking for and go from there. Or I should do that anyways. But what I want to see is a collection of different ones, pictures from the people that are in my page, and then I can use them for my book, for my massaging book, my Tension massage book. So if you have some good pictures of dogs stretching, I did a house call of a dog who was very stressed, a Great Dane. And what I did is I took a picture of it before I massaged it and after I massaged it. And boy, what a difference. But I wanted to show the difference. How the dog, when he's stressed, he compacts a little bit, mouth closed. And then when he's relaxed, it stretches out a little bit more. And then his mouth is open now. The mouth is open. So that is good. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the new post I just put on my first class dog training, and that is put corporation choices against corporate choices. Get insurance. The easiest way for me to tell you about, because we're not educated in the medical field, so having somebody on your side to make those choices for you, especially during an emergency, is so crucial now with prices going up. Every price is going up, not just vet prices, everything. So, but with when it comes to not being educated and informed about specific needs, we need somebody to guide us through it. And I've learned that pet insurance can do that. Because remember, like I said here, they're both got a common goal, which is shareholder profit. Which means they both want to make sure that one, the right tests are done, and two, that they're getting paid. All right? So it's something to go to my first class dog training, get a little knowledgeable about it, because it does help. I think quite a few people have written comments yet that I haven't yet read yet. Well, I skimmed through it. I didn't fully read them to understand them, but I skimmed through it. I think it was Heidi's and then Clarissa's. So it's very important. I'll go back and I'll read it and just to make sure that I understand them. But there's some good comments. Heidi's really real educated, and I think Clarissa is a veterinarian. So it does help. It does help. All right. Next one is the Zoomies. I kind of broke it down. There's just a lot of information out there. And to me, it was just very difficult. So what I did is I really went down to the nitty gritty. I went from the beginning all the way to the end. Why do they have them? And are they good? To me, they're not good because the dog's uncomfortable when he has the Zoomies. He's uncomfortable. He doesn't feel good. So if I can prevent the Zoomies, I can make him feel comfortable, but I can also use the dog digestive system to the fullest potential that it can get. And that's very important, right? Especially with the dog food industry is so, the food's so compacted. Makes it, like I wrote here, it's a high pressure process. And some of it has fiber. And fiber, what does it do? It expands, creates a gas. So just skim through it. If you find that your dog has the Zoomies and they're really bad, yes, we can laugh about it when we see them go through it. But at the same time, people, they're not comfortable. That's why they're running. They got to release that gas. Or if they have a sugar spike, is it good to have that sugar spike? I don't think so. And even if they do have them, what can we do about it? I like the bath Zoomies. That one they feel good. The food one, not so much. Why did I add the bath Zoomies? Just because they also have Zoomies in it. All right, let's go to the next flyer. Oh, I guess I'm not going to go. Let's go to this one here. So I wrote something about not being, not having an apology for setting dog boundaries. People, let me tell you, the majority of my house calls have already gone to many trainers. Now, when I say many, more than two. And literally, all they've needed is boundaries. Now, I'll give this to them. And I told the owners this. The training that you went to wasn't bad. I mean, they did teach your dog the commands that you expected them to do, but they didn't meet your expectations when it comes to them training methods being functional at home. So, and that's why boundaries are necessary in some cases. I know one case, they rescued a dog from the nearest shelter. I don't want to say which shelter it was or adoption agency in the area, but the dog came to them medicated. And they told me because they seen it in his vet charts when they went to the vet. Secondly, they didn't give him any medication to come off the medication. It's got to be done a certain way. The dog behaves a certain, maybe not a good way. This dog now, because while he was down, we can't ascertain why he did what he did, but it is a contributing factor that if you're not giving the dog the proper way to come off the medication, you can infer that some unpredictable behavior may occur. So you relieve that ability by doing it correctly. And the dog displayed aggression. And they even told him, don't go to me. But they had to. Nobody else wanted to go to their house because the dog the way he was. And it didn't take much. It literally took less than 10 minutes. And that was it. Now, it took me 45 minutes to reassure it, to mirror it, to confirm it, and then find out the root of it, and then educate the owners. That takes a long time because you have to find out why the dog did it. If it happens again, what are you going to do? And then how do you solve it? Because, training only fixes the problem. It doesn't solve it. So you'd be surprised how many dogs get resolved with just some boundaries. Now, the difficult part is knowing how to assert these boundaries with this particular dog. Breed, age, temperament, all of those are a factor. Even the owner's a factor. So it's hard. And I can't lead with emotions with some of these dogs. Dogs are led by instinct. I'm led by emotion. Same with people. So we can't. There is some safety. There is a liability risk with not training a dog correctly when it displays certain types of behavior. And it doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be hyperness. It can be hyperness for example, the jumping, right? The jumping here. That could knock somebody down. And then what? Injury? Liability? Or the jump could lead to not just a fall to the ground, but a more like fall off the steps, a more greater fall. The chain reaction is the word I'm trying to figure out. It could go into a chain reaction of a fall. So you have the jumping flyer that I did. I don't like to use my knee. I don't like to hurt the dog when they jump. It's amazing how just teaching the word no correctly will stop a lot of the behaviors. As soon as they jump up, you say no. They understand that word, they go down. I think some people say that the no, you shouldn't use the no because you use that universally with other parts of the language. Let me tell you something. I don't know of a dog that I've trained who, if they're talking to somebody else and they say no, the dog thinks you're saying no to them. I think they're really undermining the intelligence of a dog, or they've used a method on the wrong dog, like a very sensitive dog. That happens. Very sensitive. But even raising your voice on a sensitive dog causes stress. All right? And that's why I like massaging them, for that reason. All right? So, very, very important. So, let's go to pictures needed. Put corporation choices against corporate choices. Get pet insurance. Do I have pet insurance on my dog? Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. No. Should I have? I did most of my research right after I got her. I was in the process of doing the research, but I did most of my research right after I got her. And, the industry was really changing really fast at the same time. So it made things a little more difficult for me to make that decision. If I get a puppy, heck yes, I'm going to get insurance. And no question. Absolutely no question. And by then, I don't know what insurance is going to, how insurance is going to look like It could look very different. Look very different between now and when I get a puppy. All right, because my dog's still young. And hopefully the prices are more, if you look at it, the more people who get pet insurance, the cheaper they should be. I'm not saying they will be, it should be. And then I even learned in one of my house calls that some employees offer pet insurance. And I never knew that. You know, I think that's great. That's fantastic. What an incentive to stay with the company. Holy moly. That's a good judgment call on the people making the right choices and decisions. So let me go back to my website because I really, because I've only been talking for 20 minutes. I really want you guys to see the my new stuff on my website, self-help flyers. Look at that. Please, people, get on these, and you can download them. I have them on PDF format, so you can download them. I know for a long time I had them on JPEG, which is pictures, which wasn't good. And then someone corrected me on one of my shows. They were right. They were right, and I had to change it. This is what I love about people being open with me about stuff. If you do it nicely, there's no reason why I can't listen. There isn't. Whether you're wrong or right. But it's very important. Dog eating feces, what to do, coprophia. I mean, this is all free information, people. Managing your dog. Just ton of free information. Temperament for their, so in this flyer, I talk about temperament for the training method. I go into actually what method of training to use on what temperament of dog. God, you guys you can't have it any easier than that. You can't. Thank you, Hector. You're welcome. All right. All right. Raising 2 or more dogs. Feeding your dog. Adopting a dog. Crate training. Dog-to-dog aggression. Guys, people, there's a ton of free information. I know some places want me to send them business cards. So what I did here is I actually just, I guess I don't want to hit this, but you can download it and you can print these off and then cut it to make business cards. But you can also do it with these, people. You can also do it with this. The tags. You can also do it with these as far as how to check if your dog's dehydrated. So if you want to give them to somebody or pass them along, just download them. Just download them and pass along to somebody who needs them. Here's something. There's no reason. There's another. What I did with my puppy flyers. Sometimes when other trainers get a hold of me, like high school students or college students, and they want to get into a hobby of dog training, I send them all my flyers. Here, look. There's a whole bunch of flyers for you to learn. Puppy training? Here, look. You can have it all. Now, you make your own. Use my information, but just change it to your style so you have it. But learn it so you know what you're sharing. Learn the concepts. Learn why you're telling them this. Because they're going to say why, and you have to have an answer for them. So if you don't know why, then get back a hold of me. But there's quite a few people every year who come to me and say, Hector, I'm going to start dog training. Where should I start? I usually tell them with puppies. Always start with puppies and learn body language. That's what I tell them. But there's no reason why they can't take my flyers. They're free, and then use them for themselves to learn dog training. Make money off of it. Yes, make money off of my flyers and my information. What good are they doing in my website not helping people? None. So yeah, take them, share them, make your own with them. Maybe take 3 or 4 tips that you like, or maybe you think some of the other ones are not good. Well, then take them out, but still keep the ones that you like. And then just go from there. Especially the dog aggression. Quite a few trainers download that. And the dog people aggression. Quite a few trainers, downloaded on that one too. Coprophia seems to be one that a lot of people download. And then probably the most one that's downloaded every month is fixing the gut, the stomach. That seems to be the number one page downloaded, which is good. I like that. But I think that's good for me, of course, but also very good for them at the same time. I'm going to make sure I don't have anybody asking me any questions, which is fine that I don't, because as I said to you before, I didn't announce that I was doing a show for various reasons. I don't mind you guys going to my replay and watching it. Also, I don't know what's going on right now, what shows or sports are on, neither. So, I have quite a few comments. I have quite a few questions. Hold on here. Laura Lee's on here. Julie Miss Whiskey's on here. Oh, man, don't kill me, Julie. Sarah, let's see. We need help with our new sweet Binks. Oh, you do? You got another one. Super sweet, but at 80 pounds plus. He almost weighs more than you, Sarah. Like the pulls like a bull when she sees dogs. A home visit will probably be good. I'll be honest with you, Sarah. Get her ready on the head halter. Get him ready on the head halter. I don't have the age here, but any dog that you've just adopted or rescued, you want a massage. Massage the neck, shoulders, spine. Get him to stop pulling. Depending on the dog, get him to stop pulling with neck pressure, and then go to a head halter really quick. All right, very, very important. Jojo, oh my God, Sam hears you, and he's just came in here, and he sits next to me, and anyone interested in home visits rock. Thank you, Jojo. You betcha. Oh, poor Sam. Oh, Gloria, definitely appreciate all your hard work. Thank you, Gloria. I hope, was it your daughter's 2 dogs or son's 2 dogs, shepherds? I hope they're doing good. They were a project, but they're good now. Thanks, Brian. Laura Lee, thank you. Hello. Melissa Peters, amen. Josie adopter, who returned her, wasn't giving her the meds. Boy, isn't that frustration? And even when you don't give them the medication, Melissa, it does something to them. This is why I get so upset when an adoption agency, Humane Society, Animal Control, they give the medicine to the new adopter or owner, and they don't wean the dog off the meds. Or, even worse, they don't give them anything at all. You're right. Very important. I get it. And one ACL injury. Boy, I tell you, price of one ACL injury is probably the price of 10 years of insurance. Chewy reformed poop eater. There we go. Thank you, Fred. You're welcome. You are too generous. Thank you, Julia. Oh, that's funny. Nice seeing you again, Julia. And your family. I see your family online. Hector, I'm going to send you a video of Sammy still trying to attack the windshield wipers. It's dangerous now. Yes. I do want to drag her up. I had Sammy to you 4 years ago. Okay. Laura, remember putting the leash and slamming it? I won't say slamming it. Closing it on the back door so the dog can't rush to the front. Just restrict the dog to the back and in a small leash. Well, you determine how much leash she should get. And then close the door right there. That way they can't get too far. All right? Patty White's here. I hope you get that, Laura. If you don't understand it, Laura, just send me a message. I'll get with you. Karen Foster, thank you for referring me to that one, Karen. Well, that's going to be a good one, Karen. That's going to be a tough one. We're going to have to wait a few. I contacted her today, and we're going to have to wait about 3 weeks for some things to settle, not only with her dog, but also with her. You people, when things happen and you're at home with your dogs, it can be traumatic to us too. We need time. We need time to settle in our brain, process everything. So when I go, I don't add to the trauma. I help, I help for them to process it. Because if they're still very stressed about what they saw with a dog, it makes it hard. So we'll sit and talk depending on how they are. Jennifer Shaw. Jennifer, I think you referred me to somebody. Maybe it was somebody else. But thank you if you did. We are fostering a dog, and it has major anxiety. If we leave him alone, so we have to have him with us where we go. Definitely going to check out your way. Okay, yeah. Go to my website, Gloria, because I think you're in Florida now. I could be wrong. But at least from the last conversation we had many months ago. But go to my website. There's a flyer on separation anxiety and emotional dependency when you're left. I had somebody from Grand Rapids, a student, contact me. We couldn't meet and schedule, but I had trained her dog, her parents' dogs, many years ago. And now she's got her dog now, but I'm trying to help her over line, and it worked. Okay, she had the wrong crate. She had a wire crate instead of a very kennel. And then we fixed her dog's stomach, and then boom, it's fixed. It wasn't separation anxiety. What it was a gut issue. And there's ways that you can tell, but I need pictures to help me ascertain how far to go. Sometimes medication will just put a Band-Aid on it, and then you still got the problem. But if you can fix the gut sometimes, that will help. All right, and maybe the emotional dependency that they have with you, or maybe it is separation anxiety. But the flyers are able to help you with that. Thank you. Crate is kind of too big for the SUV. Yeah. So try the leash attached to the back door. Good, very good, Laura. Ryan's boys are doing great. Yes, that's what I remember the two dogs. And he came with his wife, very nice person. And I knew they had two dogs. She was very thankful for you reaching out to her. So I'm very confident you can make it. I hope so. I mean, that one of the dogs is young enough for me to make an impression. But I think from what she's told me, subjectively, it could be a gut issue and a play issue, both combined. Playing more with a ball, not with another dog, and then helping the gut. From what I could tell from what she's telling me. So I was able to help her there. Nope, in South Charles. Wish I was in Florida. Oh, you were on your way to Florida. I knew it was something to do with Florida. Your name in Florida connected with me, Gloria. All right, that's funny. I tell everybody about you. You're amazing. Help me with my separate anxiety when I have to board Rocky, though. Yeah. I think it was you. At least that's what they said. Let's see. Help with my your separation anxiety or the dog separation anxiety? To help you with separation anxiety, get a stuffed animal. I woke up one day at a hotel because I'm used to my dog laying with me and I'm hugging a pillow. I'm like, oh man, I'm used to my dog. Kind of helped me a little bit. I hope I'm not sharing too much information. Let's see. JoJo's. Yeah, I tell you, it was something else. That was a tough one, Karen. We'll get it little by little. Gotta wait. Gotta give it some time. Sometimes during the situation, I just gotta tell owners, you gotta wait. You gotta wait because there's too much going on in your head. And yes, a video helps because I do video some of my house calls. And one thing I've been lacking is making TikTok videos, but I've been so busy with other stuff. I got to prioritize my time, of course. I just finished a book on how to take positive risk to build confidence. and I am 99% done. I'm waiting for one more person to review it, to give for an endorsement, and then let's see, add that on the book, and then I'm done. So that's positive. How to take positive risk to build confidence. And then this book on tension massage, I sent it in. Now I'm just getting pictures for it. And then I'm writing another book on suicide. And that one's about 90% written, but not together. And then I have to put it all together and then get the picture. So I am writing a lot, and I have to take one thing away in order to be good at another thing, or at least manage my time priorities. And then I have to write new flyers as they come up. Some people are like, Hector, you don't have this. Could you write one up here? Or the one that you have now is not very clear. Can you expand on that? I don't mind that neither. I got to make sure that I have everybody's question answered. Let me check one more place. You guys kind of swarm me on my first class dog training one, which is good, and I'm not complaining. I'm just stating what happened. Let me go one more. I have to do my Canine Man one. Yeah. Okay. We are good. So remember, you guys, please remember, have them go to my website and look up all that free information. Let me look at it real quick, and then I'll be gone. Screen share, go to my website, self-help flyers. They're all here. These are for your dogs. I mean, I even have a flyer on giving your dog warm water in cold and hot days. And I explain why. And then puppy self-help flyers. Lot of information for puppies. It's all free. All free to help people. We're time sensitive now. We have a lot of, we have 24 hours a day, but we have a lot going on. Technology has made it even faster. So it does help to just go right into, the computer and get some flyers and try doing it yourself. Or even, chew acceptable bones. What kind of chew toy should I have for my puppy? Why is it important to have these, the right ones? So the crate training. I mean, some of them really easy. Just stop and say hi. Hi, Carrie. Hope your daughters are doing well, and your mom. Give your mom a hug for me. Melissa Peters is walking. Okay. I'm trying to think I got a question here. No. Yeah, and something popped out here. I mean, real quick. I had something up, and it came down. That's all right. And then every time I get this stuff down good with my show, they do an upgrade on my information, and I have to learn everything again. They need to slow down on these upgrades. Anyways, again, I'm Hector Hernandez. This is the Canine Man Show, and I wanted to have a quick little hello and share some information on my website and some new stuff that I am doing. And I hope to be on in next month. I got a crazy March ahead of me, and I am hope to get on. And if you have a show idea, let me know. We'll go from there. By then, we'll see what happens. Hold on here. I have a do for here. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Laura. Miss watching you live. Hey, I rescued a male last September. Oh, you are brave, Laura. Send me a picture, Laura. You are brave. Good. Likewise, Nancy. I love you, girl. Thank you. Laura, okay, yeah. You betcha. All right, you guys, we will see you next month. I hope to be on. I hope to mention when I'm going to be on next time. It's just, I just got crazy busy. Any questions, send me an email, text, private message. I will be there for you guys. Please let everybody know about my website. Let them have that information, share that information, and we'll see you next month. Love you guys. Thank you.